day in totality here. So I'm starting off more as a warm-up here, box jumps, starting at a 12-inch box, landing on these bricks here that are about 24 inches in height. I'm wearing a vest that weighs about 3 pounds, but I have a 10 pounds total, 5 pounds in the front, 5 pounds in the back. I'm doing these 3 sets of 12 with a 1-minute rest in between. These are more for explosion and speed, as I've been more of a static squatter and static deadlifter, and I'm trying to get a little bit more explosive. I've noticed over the past few weeks that I've been doing these that my ability to create speed out of the hole for squat, both and the deadlift, has improved greatly, as well as becoming just more dynamic in total. So here, this is a 300 kilogram deadlift with 50 pounds of band tension, using my competition stance, which is Sumo. Here I'm doing an AMRAP with 605. Let's see how I'm going to get here. I believe it was 6 on this day. The best I've ever gotten 7. So let's just see here what I get. That's 3, 4. You can see that I'm using the kabuki deadlift bar here. As you can see, it flexes like a son of a bitch. And yeah, so next you'll see coming up that I'm going to continue to deadlift, but I'm going to do my back down sets here coming up. And this is a 1.5 deadlift. This is 515 pounds total. And the reason why I do this is, again, just to create that speed off the floor. I feel like a lot of people concern themselves so much with not locking the deadlift out and trying to find all these reasons why they can't lock their deadlift out. And really, they're just not having enough power off the floor to blow through that sticking point. So normally I would do conventional deadlifts after as my volume. But for the next few weeks, or possibly just 2 blocks for me, which would be 6 weeks, I've switched over to stone lifting. This is a 160-pound stone. I believe it's 15.5 inch in diameter. I do these for 3 sets of 5 with a 1-minute rest in between. And I will tell you, I've never had my lower back smoked with any other movement in comparison to do this. So I'm in my off season, and I like to incorporate some strongman type lifting, as I'm just working on various different things, building strength in weak spots, and low back seems to be a weak spot for just about everybody, except for strongman competitors. So occasionally I'll do in yoke carries and farmers carries, and all side of more crazy movements. These here have got to be the most difficult movement I've ever done in my life, as in the Nordic curl. And the box I'm touching to my sternum, which is about 24 inches in height. And I'm telling you, while this looks incredibly easy, it is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. If you haven't done these, try them. I highly recommend them for building extremely insane hamstring strength. Not only that, but further reducing the chance of injury, as this builds the back of the knee, and was one of the only real ways to target that area, which is such a crazy movement. My end goal in these in the future is just to be able to do one actual Nordic curl. Here, a staple, which is what I believe that everybody should be doing, in the 45-degree hyperextension, getting cheered on by my daughter here as I need it, as my ass by this time, after doing everything else, is absolutely on fire. And I'm using the band double wrapped over my neck to create a little bit more tension, squeezing my ass as hard as I can. And at about this point, it feels like it's about to explode. I've never had as much ass pain as far as that. And here to finish it off with some conditioning and explosivity work. As like I said, I'm in my off season, so being able to create conditioning, be able to create high level of workload and everything else. I'm sprinting using a motorized resistance sled. This is about a 20-second sprint, and that's it for the day. I do that 3 times. That wraps up my deadlift day for that specific day. These change over time, especially from block to block. Anyway, if you're looking for some personal coaching one-on-one, I program for jiu-jitsu athletes, powerlifters, general strength and fitness people, basically anything needing to get stronger, faster, bigger, especially for a combat athlete, which I have varied experience in, as I am a purple belt world champion in the IBJJF, as well as a elite ranked powerlifter. So if you need any coaching, check me out at Killa Keith on Instagram. That's KILLAH _KEITH.